At the beginning of this, or what?
About what's it about?
Well, here I'm gonna show. For months we have not been able to use Pacer, but it's back on. Why? Well, what happened to you in Long Island? Did your case get resolved recently? One of the cases you were on?
A case that I was working on for 9 years was resolved by a Suffolk County special known as a car accident.
So they staged a car accident on a drug dealer, and then he refused the drug test, and they locked him up, right?
Well, because he's the superintendent of the school district.
Oh, the superintendent of the school district. Did you see Oh my God! I found an epic video on the Board of Ed in one town in Alabama. They went after all the people on the Board of Ed and locked them up, and they were right, and they were in the right.
Suffolk.
Well, here we go. Suffolk's dirtier than Alabama.
Suffocation.
Okay, so
dirtiest county in the whole country.
Interestingly enough, if you go on Pacer,
Michael Hines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, criminal.
Well, let me show the Flynn versus Verizon Wireless. If you click on this case, it's now back in the screen, which is amazing. Hold on, I want to go to something.
So someone was messing with your
somebody was messing with my query.
Your query.
My query. Okay, so here we go. Run query. I'm showing you guys how to do this. Docket report. Okay, run report. Okay, so here's the report. Now there's plaintiffs in our case that aren't reflected in the screen. Sherry Mullinex is a plaintiff in the case. We have a new plaintiff named Rita. So they're questioning where's their motions. Well, here we go. If we go down to number 409, here we go. It was recently ruled on, I'm told, but I haven't gotten it in the mail yet. Motion for habeas corpus, an answer to dismissal and treason. So that's a motion I filed, and when you click on it, it was missing, okay? And now you can view the document. It's back. But listen to what was said. Here I am. That's my signature. Motion for habeas corpus. With the knowledge that defendant U.S. Senator Menendez got indicted for bribery, and the knowledge that U.S. Senator Blumenthal offered Flynn a $100 million bribe, Judge Meyer committed treason. Straight up, right? Motion for error. Attached is the Ravenclaw advertisement that they're using on, here it is. Here is the advertisement on the dark web saying that corporate whistleblowers, hate mongers, and they use this weapon for electronic torture. Here we go. Mobile aerial battle management against human targets, biofencing alarms for targeted individuals. So here we go. Right. And I'm talking about so in the case, I'm talking about Judge Meyer refusing to recognize the motions and the plaintiffs in their own claims, and I'm claiming there's 1,000 plaintiffs now, okay, in the screen. I say we demand Article 3 court. We're asking for neuro rights. We're asking for bodily autonomy. We're asking for a lot of different things. And the reason why you should know how to find these documents, folks. You can get a Pacer account, just like me, to follow the case. Here we go. We filed with the claims commissioner. We filed with the CHRO. Denied, denied, denied. Everything's denied, okay? But when you read the document, the judge here, what he's not understanding, let me put myself back on. I think I took myself off. Here I am. Got a new haircut. The judge does not realize that I've been giving him evidence for 2 years, and the evidence we gave him is that the NSA owns the biometric chips in the brains of the plaintiffs of this case. Okay, so the federal government owns the brain chipping BCI technology. Okay, this week on the 19th, today being the 26th of November, 2024, Millicent Black was kidnapped. She's a preacher. She's an African American. She is a doctor, okay? What happened? She has 53 chips. 53 chips. They kidnapped her at the police department in Columbia, Tennessee. She was poisoned. She questioned that she was poisoned. They took her for a wellness check. They kidnapped her. They took her to a maximum security psych ward that does electric shock therapy. So this is what I want to say. Imagine having 50 semiconductors in your ears attached to the back of your eyes. They can see what she sees through her brain chip, Neuralink. And there's other BlackRock-owned investments that are troubling, folks. It's troubling that an African American is picked up after being poisoned, put in a mental hospital that's in Tennessee, where she lives. Hold on. And this is what is said. This is exactly what the Russians do. She was taken to a hospital that does electric shock therapy with metal chips in her brain. Can you explain this kind of torture to me? So here we go. I've called. Here's my phone. I'm going to show you. I made 9 calls to the Second Circuit Court this morning. The help desk. Right here. Second Circuit Court, Second Circuit Court. Look, here's 6 calls. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 calls to the Second Circuit Court.
Yeah.
12 calls to the Second Circuit Court.
Yeah.
Why? Because our motions are not in the screen. 7 of them. They are removing them.
I wonder if they gave that woman an EEG.
I'm sure they did.
A test that measures the electrical activity of the brain by recording brain waves.
I'm sure they did.
I bet you she saw this one of these cardiologists who do this.
Well, it's a big deal. Let me tell you, it's a big deal because the police who did it denied doing it. We got the police report, which they denied existed. We have the case number. We called the cop. They said he no longer worked there. I called him 7 times and eventually got him. And he says, I don't know anything what you're talking about. I'm like, hold on, you're in the police report. So we go. We got police covering up.
I don't know anything of what you're talking about. Yeah, because we got a guy over here, Ram. His name is Ram, R-E-M, Jadonath, J-A-D-O-N-A-T-H. And he's one of these cardiologists with the EEG. He's capturing Americans and running the recording of their brain waves. This is a true psychopath working with the Northwell Health System. This is a murderer. She puts in faulty, defective pacemakers and then runs his game on the patient till they're dead.
Well, here we go. If you look on my screen here,
brainwave people, they got problems.
If you look on my screen here, this Kiran Nimagata is he works at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. He chipped her, okay?
Yeah, see? Yeah.
And then when you go down the calls that we made, here's the DOD directive. Big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah, and that's this guy. He's a cardiac electrophysiologist. Electrophysiology. Mapping of the brain. So those chips are in there. And I bet you she had an EEG. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right.
She would have died. If they would have shocked her, she would have died. Same thing as if they use the heart defibrillator, she will die.
Right. If they use a defibrillator, she'll be dead.
She'll be dead. This is a perfect Ponzi that's coming out of this guy in Great Neck,
you're a conspiracy theorist about the brain chips, and here's the here's the EKG. Unbelievable.
It can't be a conspiracy when the proof is apparent. Then it's called fact. And fact check it. Hey people, fact check it yourselves. But that would take time out of your busy watching television day.
Fact check it, Bugs. Bugs. Yeah, really.
Okay.
You know, no one gets anything over on Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny always wins.
He's the ultimate American right there. Don't mess with him.
He is.
Yeah,
But here we go. I wanted to talk to you about this habeas corpus that the judge ruled on his own habeas corpus, folks. That is a felony.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a felony.
Yeah, because he's a lawyer and he has a fiduciary duty to do the right thing. Otherwise, he's going to lose his law license.
Oh, you want to know what the best thing is? Here, he's married to a lady. He's accusing me of conspiracy theory, right? He's married to an author of a book about God speaking to murderers, causing the murder, and she thinks that's a valid defense because the courtroom has no jurisdiction over God.
But it says in God we trust right here. So.
Who's the crazy one here? Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, here we are. Here we are. This is the case in point. Ready? The judge knows that Yale is got mind control from the 50s, and they
CIA.
Right, they are telling people what to do via the internet, right? Modems. You know, they're using satellite, and they're using Blackberries.
It's sick.
They're telling people, making Manchurian candidates. You understand?
Yep,
Adam Lanza was in the Yale program, working for Chris Murphy, got a $200 million bonus from Eric Holder, right? They bought all the family's houses off, you know, the mortgage. They paid off all the mortgages as a favor. And here we go. It is the judge who went to Yale. Hillary went to Yale. Clinton went to Yale.
The president of Stony Brook University in Long Island, Suffolk County, is now the president of Yale.
Exactly. And Stony Brook was the dirtiest place on the planet Earth, but nobody knows it.
Still is. The gateway for all the terrorists to come into America, be a way of being a student on a student visa. We see them. We know. We fight them off year after year. Stony Brook is in collapse. It just received a large grant from Bloomberg.
Oh my God! You know, to stage
criminal?
Car accidents on women.
Bloomberg.
Yeah, Bloomberg. Actually, we created the Bloomberg convertible bond index pricing mechanism for him, and he paid us every year for running our pricing tape.
Well, he's a communist.
Yes, he is.
Destroying our country.
Yes, he is. He's super rich.
Communist activities in our nation. People need to do not accept that money from Bloomberg.
People, if you learn one thing from this video, it's this. Ravenclaw is made by Raytheon, and the confidential informants are being paid $22 per shock. Per shock.
Oh, wow, that explains a lot. Oh.
So that's why I say, well, per shock, we should get a remedy. In other words, if Alex Jones got taken down and they said, oh, you should pay $5,000 per tweet, I'm saying, wow, a tweet isn't a crime against humanity, but electric shock therapy is. Using this product on Americans is certainly, especially whistleblowers. We have a case of whistleblowers in Connecticut.
Yeah, and this is a crime against humanity. Because, it's whistleblowers, and it's a crime against humanity. And also, if we're at a war, it's a war crime. Yeah.
And it's radiation.
It's a lot of things.
It's radiation.
It's just a death weapon.
It's a death weapon.
Yeah, we don't want this.
Well, thank you for your help.
It's the destruction of America. Yeah, but we will survive. Americans are very strong.
Let me ask you a question.
I hate that American ingenuity.
Are you a blonde? Are you a blonde now, or are you brunette?
Oh, John.
No, I want to know. We're not going there? Oh, I love that talk. I love that kind of talk. Listen, for Christmas, can you be a redhead?
Could you not be a chauvinist all the time?
I'm not a chauvinist.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Oh, okay.
I'm a misandrist.
Have a good day.
I am a misandrist. Not a misogynist. I am a misandrist. I can identify any way that I want to in my state of Connecticut.
But you don't get to ask me about my hair color. It's irrelevant in the conversation. comment.
At least you have hair.
Have a good day.
At least you have hair. Bye.
Bye.